Atlanta News First Plus starts now with First Alert Weather.
Hey there, everybody. I'm First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris with your tropical update. We're going to be talking a lot more about Tropical Storm Erin here over the next week. Erin is still far away from the U.S., but it's going to become more and more of a story here going into the weekend and toward next week. So I want to start by giving you the latest information on Erin. This is a new update, by the way, as of 11 a.m. The winds in Erin are at 60 miles per hour, so the winds have increased a little bit since earlier this morning. Remember, it takes a 74 mile per hour wind for a hurricane. So the wind in Erin has increased. As I zoom in here, you can see where Erin has become better organized. Still not a hurricane, just a tropical storm, but it's definitely organizing a little bit more. So we are forecasting Erin to become the first hurricane of the Atlantic season by tomorrow. It's going to continue to move westward and then eventually start to kind of turn away from the Caribbean. So right now it's basically headed toward the Caribbean, but we are forecasting the center of Erin to move away from the Caribbean. But like the Bahamas, just east of the Florida Keys, that's a zone we're going to be watching carefully here this weekend. You can see where the center stays in the water, but as we always say, depending on how strong the storm is, even with the center in the water, the impacts will certainly still be felt. The northern end of the Caribbean, the Bahamas, and possibly the Florida Keys in the form of rain for sure, and those higher waves. So that 3 that you see there, by the way, that's a major hurricane. We are forecasting Erin to continue to kind of strengthen over the next several days as it gets into warmer water. So that's the situation with the official track from the National Hurricane Center. Again, that's a brand new track as of 11 a.m. Showing Erin moving toward the west, the center of it barely missing the Caribbean, but still getting fairly close and then kind of turning toward the western part of the Atlantic. So here's our latest spaghetti models to give you an idea beyond even the forecast track. And we have high pressure that's in the middle part of the Atlantic right now. That high is what's going to help kind of pull Erin away and in that circular fashion that you're seeing there. We have been watching this for more than a week, and our forecast models have consistently shown the center of Erin getting close to the U.S., but ultimately turning away. And every season, multiple times each season, we talk about that turn and when it will happen. We still believe, as you can look at these spaghetti models, that that turn will happen soon enough to where the center of Erin won't have a direct impact on the U.S. We don't believe. However, it will be close, and there are some things that we're watching next week that'll play a role in exactly where Erin steers. So it's possible that we'll have some indirect impacts along the East Coast. That's something we're going to be watching for you very carefully. Again, that is next week as Erin gets close to the U.S., but again, we are forecasting it to eventually turn away. I'll also say there's some uncertainty here on when that turn will happen. Even though you're seeing this on our spaghetti models, and our models are all showing the turn, exactly when that turn will happen is still sort of up for debate. So as we get closer to next week, it's something you'll certainly want to pay attention to, specifically for the East Coast. We can tell you that Erin's not going to impact us in North Georgia, no direct impact at all. But for the East Coast itself, it's something we're going to be watching carefully because that turn will make a big difference on exactly what the impacts for the East Coast will be, if there are impacts in the first place. But that's something, again, that we're going to be watching for you very carefully. What we're looking at, actually, is what could be a front that will be moving away from the United States as Erin is starting to move northward. And that front typically helps to kind of turn Erin away, but that front may be weak. And if the front is too weak, then Erin won't turn as fast. So those are some of the things that we'll be watching next week. It's just too soon to know exactly when that turn will happen. But again, as you can see with our spaghetti models, they all basically show the center of Erin not impacting the U.S. directly, even though indirect impacts to the East Coast will be possible depending on exactly when that turn happens. So that is the latest on Tropical Storm Erin. I want to get you back to the official forecast track. Again, the winds are at 60 miles per hour, so still a tropical storm, but it only takes a 74 mile per hour wind, and Erin is already slowly strengthening. The winds are at 50 miles per hour earlier this morning, so once it hits 74, it will become the first hurricane of the Atlantic season. We believe that'll happen by Friday. And then it just continues to strengthen to a major hurricane, that Category 3 that you see there, by the end of the weekend before it starts to make its turn. So we'll keep you up to date on Erin. I can tell you that closer to home, as First Alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey talked about earlier, we'll be in great shape today. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon, highs in the low 90s. There could be a stray storm or two mainly in East Georgia, but we're not really forecasting much of any rain at all in metro Atlanta. Our rain chances will increase again until Friday. So we will keep you up to date on Erin. The next update, by the way, on Erin will be at 5 o'clock this evening, so be sure and join us on Atlanta News First, Atlanta News First Plus, and in the First Alert Weather app for the latest on the intensity of Erin. We do think that that will slowly continue to kind of increase over the next 24 hours. Again, the next update will be at 5 o'clock this evening. So still a tropical storm at this point. We'll keep you up to date on Erin and your own local forecast right here on Atlanta News First and always in the First Alert Weather app. We hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and until next time, we'll see you soon.
Stay up to date on your latest weather from the largest team of meteorologists in the Southeast. Download the First Alert Weather app for hour-by-hour forecasts and join us every weekday at 11:30 a.m. on ANF+. You can also text weather to the number on your screen, and we'll send a link directly to your cell phone.